What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live World Cup watch along, and today it is Croatia against Belgium. Two of probably the best midfielders in world football, if we're being honest. These two on the green screen, Luka Modric and Kevin De Bruyne, but Kevin De Bruyne being heavily criticised at the moment in Belgium for letting his team down, not being able to carry this team on the back. The golden generation of Belgium football, I mean, there's not too much golden about it, to be honest, at the moment. Big game today. A defeat will see Belgium out of the World Cup. Even a draw could potentially knock them out of the World Cup. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Big up everyone in the chat. Hope you're well. It's a battle of old age today, said TGG. Kevin Dive Bruyne, said Nimbo. It ain't going too well for him today. 2 OGs, said Shaquille. Belgium will win, says Jow. Old man's team in the mud. Red Devils going home. Overrated Belgium, said Nimbo. And also, we're going to obviously cover the second game as well. Canada against Morocco, which is on BBC Two. So, bit of a joint watch along. But obviously, this will be the main game, Croatia against Belgium. So, very interesting. I'll get the teams up. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. All of that good stuff. Thank you for the great support yesterday. We got over 55,000 views on the Argentina game last night, which was brilliant numbers. So really appreciate that. And yeah, appreciate everyone tuned in on Twitch and on YouTube. Let's get the team lineups on the screen. Big up the whole C unit for tuning in. Let's start with Croatia. I think people have to remember this is a team that reached the World Cup final in 2018, you know. Modric won the Ballon d'Or, World Cup finalist, beat England in the semi-final. It is an aging team, though, as well. Let's be real. It is an aging team, but it is a team that are getting on. A lot of their best players are past their best, if we're being totally honest. So it's going to be an interesting one. Let's get into the team lineup. So the starting lineup for Croatia: Livakovic, Perisic, Lovren, Kovacic, Kramaric, Modric, Brozovic, Livaja, Sosa, Gvardiol, and Juranovic. So I hope I haven't butchered many of the names there. A few good players. Gvardiol, is it? This is the guy that everybody is trying to sign at the moment. I think Chelsea were trying to sign him for huge money. Brozovic, decent player. They've always had good midfielders. Kovacic, a player that I've always rated highly. And obviously, listen, Luka Modric is, you know, we're all aware of his qualities and how good a footballer he has been over the years. I think one of the best ball-playing midfielders of probably the last 10 years, if we're being honest. A top central midfielder. Kramaric's always got a goal in him. Perisic, we know. Curtis Shorich, they're saying, yeah, all the itch, man, all the itch. But yeah, listen, the midfield is experienced, but does have quality in it. Brozovic, Modric, Kovacic, and all of that business. So, yeah, they've got a goal in them. They are top of the group. With 1 win and 1 draw, they've only conceded 1 goal, and they've scored 4 in the 2 games. So, listen, they will be considered as favourites to win this game, if we're being totally honest. I mean, Belgium lost 2-0 to Morocco. They beat Canada 1-0. And Croatia drew 1 game and won 1 game. So, who did they actually beat out of the 2? They beat Canada 4-1 and drew 0-0 with Morocco. So, yeah, interesting. There's their team. Let's get into the Belgian team, which is always interesting. Surprise for me is no Romelu Lukaku. I know he has been out injured, but I just thought they'd gamble for this game. For me, this team is surprising to me. No Eden Hazard and no Romelu Lukaku. Now, I know I could be living in 2016, 17 when I'm talking about their team lineup. But surely Romelu Lukaku should be playing this game up front for them. But anyway, let's get into their team. Courtois Alderweireld, Dendoncker, Vertonghen, Meunier, Witsel, Castagne, Kevin De Bruyne, Carrasco, Dries Mertens plays up front, and Trossard on the wing. I mean, listen, they've got good players, but they've also got players that should, Meunier, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Dendoncker, some of these guys should have been retired almost by now. Not Axel Witsel, I was signing this guy on FIFA 16 with the afro and all of that. Man's still starting for Belgium. Dries Mertens, team of the season, FIFA 18, I don't know. For me, Lukaku, I would have thrown Lukaku in. I've got to be honest, just for the unpredictability of him and the power and the physical presence. But it is what it is. Like I said, Eden Hazard on the bench. Some people saying Hazard not good enough anymore. I mean, on the bench, Yuri Tielemans, who's had an absolute stinker of a tournament. Certainly done himself no favours in terms of a move. Thorgan Hazard, who people saying he's the better of the two Hazards right now. Doku, who's absolutely rapid. This guy, is it Charles D. Ketele? I think he's just signed for AC Milan and very highly rated, but still can't get in the team. El Marlo said this is a scary Belgium lineup. Hazard was beginning to hinder them. Eden Cheeseburger said, Jake. Broads, big up my brother. I said, Trossard is the truth. I like Trossard, I do think he's a good player. Is he on this level? Is he a good Premier League player at an average Premier League club? Or can he go on this level and produce? We'll see. I do like him. Listen, we've been linked with him ourselves. And he's somebody that I would consider at Arsenal. I'm not even going to cap, but is he levels? Is he going to carry them to victory today? But yeah, Belgium, it's there's a number of old folks in this team for sure. Alderweireld and Vertonghen. Meunier, a player I've never really rated. But listen, let's be real. Kevin De Bruyne is that guy a lot of the time. Sometimes he's not. He has been criticised of times of not turning up in the biggest of games for Belgium. If he is going to prove himself and put himself into that Ballon d'Or conversation, then he needs to prove himself today. He's been heavily criticised by the Belgian media and he needs to produce. I think he's a fantastic player, one of the best in the world. But I still think, as I said the other day, has he had enough big moments, would be my only question of Kevin De Bruyne. And purely from an Arsenal point of view, if I'm being totally honest, would I have a problem with, I mean, not to sound horrible, Kevin De Bruyne's getting hammered by the Belgian media at the moment. If he goes back to Manchester City with his head down and feeling sorry for himself, could that help Arsenal a little bit? I don't know. I'm just going to quickly show you the groups. And I have to say as well, happy birthday to my mum today. Big up Mama Shaw. It's her birthday today, so I hope she's having a great day. I don't know if she's tuned in, but big up Mama. And let's get into the groups. Let me just show you the groups. Croatia, top of the group. Morocco in second, both on 4 points. Belgium on 3 and Canada on none. So a draw would potentially knock them out as long as Morocco are not beaten heavily. So they have to beat Croatia. Boy, this is a tricky one, This is a tricky one. I'm genuinely not sure. Give me a score predictions, people. Big up everyone, bigging up Mumsy. Lay said happy birthday to her for giving birth to this legend. I love that one. That's a beautiful one. Big up Broads, big up Mrs. Shaw. Appreciate it, everyone. And we're underway. Give me a score predictions, people. I'm honestly sitting on the fence. I'm going to go Kevin De Bruyne 2-1. So I'm going to go Belgium 2-1 win. I just feel like they're going to stumble over the finish line somehow. You got Lukaku and Hazard off the bench. Nimbo's going for 2-1 Croatia. Omar 2-1 Belgium. Odion says 2-all. It says 2-1 Croatia. Lay says 3-1 Belgium. Brad's going for 2-0 to Croatia. South London's finest going for 2-1 to Croatia as well. It's going to be a difficult game, man. 2-0, says John, to Croatia. Not convinced with Belgium. Do you know what? I got to be honest, I'm not convinced either. And maybe I'm just getting caught up in Kevin De Bruyne. Big up my long-time brethren, Nathan, man. Happy birthday to your Dukes fan. Big up yourself, bro. Known him for a long, long time. Here come Croatia on the attack. Early on. Great ball by Kovacic. Early chance. They've got defenders in the way, though. They've managed to recover there. Could have been an early shot. Ball whipped in and cleared at the near post. Chris said, Curtis, not every player who performs well at the World Cup do well at club level. Look at James Rodriguez. James, for me, I thought went to the wrong club. But I understand if if Real Madrid come in for you, you don't avoid them. But it just didn't work for them, you know, for them or for him, really. I don't even know who he plays for now. Right, there we go. Yeah, I always say Odion because I look at the first name and I think, right, I'm going to butcher. So, Aromoselli. I think that's Aromoselli. There we go. Oh, Aromoselli. There we go. That's not bad. I don't think I butchered your name too bad there. Belgium are already under pressure. I've gone for 2-1 to Belgium. More purely on the fact that Kevin De Bruyne. That is the only reason I'm going for Belgium. I actually don't rate them, but... Oh, great skill there. Was that Carrasco? Who is that? Is that Carrasco? It's great footwork. Does a little 360. I remember when Arsenal nearly signed him under Unai Emery. I actually wanted him at the time. You got it down perfect. They're not bad. I thought that was a good attempt. Big up for the explanation of how to say it, man. I'll go for it in future. KDB was there against Morocco. Yeah, do you know what it is? He looks so frustrated. I don't know if anybody heard his press conference. He sounds genuinely angry with his team. And I think sometimes when you play for a club team that's at such a high level, like De Bruyne's playing for Pep and Manchester City, they keep the ball better than anybody. When he wants the ball, he gets it. When he looks up, Haaland's making the move. He's playing in a team now where he's looking up and seeing Michy Batshuayi or, you know, Dries Mertens, who's about 36. It's just not the same. Trossard there, unlucky. Croatia on the break. Oh, good footwork there, unlucky. Goes out for a throw-in. So I think there's a frustration. I think he's struggling to deal with the circumstances that, you know, when I play for Man City, I've got all these great players, Bernardo Silva and, you know, top ballers that will get the ball to you quickly. Playing for Belgium, and they're just not at the same level, and I don't think he's able to adjust. Big up Issue said C-Unit business for sure. Bring Carrasco to the carpet, another Zaha. I'd take Zaha over Carrasco, I'm telling you, in the Prem. But listen, I wouldn't complain if we got Carrasco. It'd be a decent winger for us to bring in. John said he's been awful. He actually said, didn't he, in that first game? Oh, great skill there by Carrasco. See the boots. Just looking at the gold, well, copper boots there. Look decent, to be fair. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne was getting a lot of criticism. Here he is on the ball, though. Needs movement. See, where's the movement? Great ball. Out wide to Carrasco. Little bit overhit. He's got support here. Needs to move it quick, Carrasco. He's took too long. Slowed the whole attack down there. Here's De Bruyne, 25 yards out. See there, you need Carrasco to drive at him there. It's a good ball. He needs to get at him early. He said Carrasco reminds me of the early Emery days. I remember that January window, they were saying Perisic and Carrasco were the two wingers we were looking at. I think we signed Denis Suarez in the end, so it was a big drop-off in the end. What's going off here? Have Morocco scored? Because they're top of the group. Morocco have taken the lead. Lobbed the goalkeeper. Was that from far out? I feel like I need to see that again. Hakim Ziyech. Now, I tell you what, he is having a good tournament. I didn't even see the goal there. I just seen it lobbing the goalkeeper. I don't know how far out that was, but that now puts Morocco top of the group. Now, what group do they actually play against? So, oh, wow. So they would play against Spain, Croatia if they came second, which would be interesting, the dynamics of this group. But Morocco are 1-0 up. Hakim Ziyech, who I think has had a very good tournament. Don't forget as well, people, tomorrow I'm going to be doing Ghana against Uruguay. That is going to be absolute scenes. We know the history between those teams after that World Cup back in the day. Luis Suarez has said some stuff today in a press conference as well, saying he doesn't regret the handball and all of that, which I don't expect him to really, but he's a bit of a scumbag, isn't he? Let's be real. So there's going to be no love lost between them teams. Would you take Ziyech at Arsenal? Do you know what? I like him. I've always liked him as a player. I have this problem now. I'll be honest with you, Chris. In terms of the player he is and the talent he is, all day long I would take him. I just have a problem with signing players from Chelsea. I feel like we've been stung so many times by Chelsea. It's like I don't want to sign anybody from them. I can understand if you're taking somebody out of their starting 11 who's on fire. And I do want Arsenal to sign a winger. So in terms of him as a player, I probably would. But because he's from Chelsea, I kind of feel like I don't want him. I don't want anyone from Chelsea. They've done me a few times, man. Peter Cech, Willian, David Luiz, William Gallas. I just don't want Chelsea players. But in reality, if Arsenal sign Ziyech, I wouldn't be disappointed with him because I do think he's a good player. But I kind of think that time's gone. I would try and get somebody else. I think he's about 29, 30 as well now. Ziyech, I'm sure he's getting on a little bit. Hakim Ziyech. I do like him as a player, though. He's 29, turns 30 in March. I would try not to. I would rather us go for someone else, if I'm being honest. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, PTSD from the Chelsea has-beens. Their charity bag has not profited as much over the years. Your first African team watch-along. Is it my first one? Which other? It might be, actually. Yeah, listen, no particular reason. I've been cherry-picking games, really. I haven't done too many. Oh, that's not this year. Did I do the AFCON final? I'm not sure. I might have. Luiz was decent, to be fair. Everyone else was like a night on Elm Street. David Luiz was all right. He made a few mistakes, but what I liked about David Luiz, I felt like he adopted us as his team. You know, he was saying London is red and all of that and winding up Chelsea fans. But a couple red cards, but he wasn't too bad. Willian, big up Josh in the chat. Hope you're well, my brother. He said Willian out. Like I always say, Willian was a nightmare that we woke up from. In my head, Willian never played for Arsenal because we never seen him play live. It was during lockdown. As far as I'm concerned, it never happened. He never played for us. He went straight from Chelsea to Brazil and then to Fulham. I delete him out of my memory. Jay Perosa, I got to be honest, I didn't like Peter Cech at Arsenal either. I thought he was moving like an old man at Arsenal. He was slow. He made some great saves, but no, I didn't even like Cech at Arsenal that much. And then the fact that he went straight back to Chelsea as well when he retired, I just thought he was an op. I didn't like Cech. I felt like we got him when he was an old man. He was like an OAP at Arsenal. Go get Mudryk, aka the Arsenal twerker. I'm telling you, I would rather Arsenal get somebody younger, hungry. I know that sounds contradictory considering I've said I'd take Zaha. It's Carrasco with the shot. It's blocked. But why I look at Zaha different to a Ziyech is the hunger. I know for a fact Zaha is desperate to play for a club in Europe. He's an Arsenal fan. With Ziyech, is he going to have that hunger? So I would avoid Chelsea. I can't lie. If I was taking somebody off Chelsea who was in their team and balling, that's a different conversation. Yeah, I'll take him. Ish said I'd never heard of Mudryk 3 months ago. I hadn't. As you know, I criticised this guy a number of times saying, never heard of him. He's a car park Neymar. I don't know who he is. He does look lively on YouTube. Kevin De Bruyne, long ball. Wow, he nearly got him there, but it's a great header in the air and the goalkeeper collects it. Good defending by Lovren, former Liverpool player. But, yeah, man. Dan said, Don Diego said Morocco are packing these Canadians. Morocco a decent team, man. Decent team. They'll be difficult for anybody in the last 16. Would I take Payson Pound? I don't want him. I think there's a heck of a lot of English tax on Mason Mount. I think he's overhyped. I think he's a decent player, don't get me wrong. Seems to play better at club level, but he would cost a lot of money. Apparently he's rejected 200 grand a week. So if he's rejected 200 grand, what's he trying to get? 250, 300 grand a week for Mason Mount? Not me, my friend. Not me. Let him go elsewhere. Anthony, I agree with you there. I have to admit, I agree with you. Reece James is a Chelsea player that I would like I would break the bank for him. I would pay big, big money for him if Arsenal could get him. Belgium on the attack. It looks offside to the back post. Carrasco. It's blocked at the near post. Goes out for a corner, so maybe he was onside. Yeah, you're right though, Anthony. Reece James. If you said to me now you can have a player from Chelsea, he would be one of the first ones that I would take. I'd still take Raheem Sterling, I've got to be honest. Would I take Koulibaly? Maybe, yeah. There's an experienced defender to give us something else. But Reece James he's the one, definitely. Big C, are the rumours about Benzema returning to France true? I saw that story today. I think Lyon are being linked with him. He can't play forever, can he, at Real Madrid? They're going to have to replace him eventually. And he's been injured a few times this season. It all depends on what striker they can get, really. I think that's why they wanted Mbappe so much, so that they could replace Benzema. But now they've missed out on Mbappe, missed out on Haaland. I don't know what striker they would really go for. Big up Corey, said, well, go on, Big C. Big up to you in the community this morning or this afternoon or this evening, depending on where you are. Rank Danny Welbeck's time at Arsenal. At least he gave you a moment to remember. He wasn't good enough. He was dangerous. I think he was better for Arsenal when we used to bring him off the bench because he had energy and pace and he was awkward. Yeah, the header against Leicester goes down in the history books, but he definitely wasn't the answer to the question. The Waffler said, Reece James, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Sterling, Havertz, Kovacic. I mean, Thiago has been brilliant. I think when they got him was a good time to get him. I think now, I wouldn't sign him now. He's 36, 37, but he's still a top player. Kovacic is a baller, always rated him. Havertz, I don't think he's lived up to expectation. I think they play him in the wrong position, though. Trying to play him as a false nine striker, I don't think works. Here's Kevin De Bruyne on the run. This is where he's at his best. Driving run. Oh, brilliant ball by De Bruyne. Oh, my days, what a miss. Dries Mertens. Honestly, this Kevin De Bruyne, when you get in the dressing room, just slap him round the back of his head. Look at him. He gets the ball, 40 yards in his own half. De Bruyne. Driving run. Look at the pass. Look at the weight of the ball. What is that from Dries Mertens? Absolutely terrible. That is awful. It's not even close. Oh, honestly, if I'm De Bruyne, my head's gone. Look at Roberto. Look at Henry behind Roberto. Henry's like, bro, that was my angle. Open up the body and just curl it into the far corner. Henry knows he would have scored that. Terrible finish, Dries Mertens. This is what I'm saying, De Bruyne. If De Bruyne did that for Man City, Haaland would score that. He'd be running off doing all that, or that celebration, whatever he does, you know. Dries Mertens, what a letdown. Thomas Partey would be proud. Hey, listen, John, you seen Thomas Partey shooting this season? He's a different guy, man. Kovacic wins a free kick there. A bit of a soft foul, really. I think Witsel was a bit too strong for him there. Just seeing that made me understand the De Bruyne frustration. I'm telling you, look at that run. That should be a goal. Should be 1-0. How old is Dries Mertens? Let's have a look. How old is he? Does he actually still... I think he's still... Is he still at Roma? Not Roma, Napoli, sorry. He's 35, nearly 36. Oh, no, he plays for Galatasaray. He's not even at Napoli no more. What's he given a penalty? He's given a penalty. It's a penalty to Croatia. Belgium are heading out. Kramaric wins a penalty. Wow. Do you know what? And this is what I'm saying, people. 30 seconds. I mean, he's offside there. Oh, no, it's not him. What's he given there? See, it's interesting because Kramaric was offside there. And then he's the guy who ends up getting fouled. That is terrible from Carrasco. Does he even make contact with him? I mean, Carrasco's not arguing, so it must be. Luka Modric with the penalty. The experienced legend. I mean, I don't know the whole of Croatian football history, but I would imagine Luka Modric is probably the best Croatian player of all time. Am I wrong? I would imagine. Ballon d'Or winner. I have to admit, Luka Modric, I think he's an incredible footballer. Ballon d'Or winner. I think he's won 4, 5 Champions Leagues. Absolute iconic midfielder. It looked like a soft penalty to me, but Carrasco didn't even argue. So he must have felt he made contact. Here we go. 15 minutes gone. Penalty to Croatia. Belgium heading out of the World Cup. Anthony Taylor, the referee, Premier League ref. They're still doing a VAR check, so it hasn't actually been given yet, which is interesting. Yeah, they're still checking it, so hold fire, people. Might not actually be a penalty. But Carrasco, he was so muted in his argument, it just made me think it was a foul. Usually when a player thinks it's not a penalty, he has a big argument with the ref. He just didn't really say much. I mean, he lined up. He's not going to give it. Oh, he's told Anthony Taylor to go and look at the screen. Drama here, people. That usually means VAR are not sure. Don't be surprised if this gets ruled out. Drama could be stopped, people. Oh, Davor Suker. He was a top player. See, this is where it's interesting. Free kick gets whipped in. Kramaric is offside. But the ball goes well over his head. He doesn't have anything to do with it. Then the ball gets headed back into play. Now he's onside. Now he's the player that's fouled by Carrasco. So how is that going to work out? Because surely that's a different phase of play. And he's not interfering in the first phase of play. He's offside at the start, 100%. You can see that he's in front of the Belgium defence. So are they going to rule it out for offside? Maybe because it leads to a penalty, they're going to disallow it. You don't need to zoom in, bro. I can tell you he's going to disallow this. Anthony Taylor. Here we go. No penalty. Offside, people. Offside. I have to admit, I'm surprised about that because I thought they said phases of play. The first phase, he's not involved. It then comes back out when he is involved. I haven't got a clue about VAR anymore. They're all moaning. Modric, Kovacic, they're all around the ref. I'm not sure about that, I don't even understand the rules of football anymore, honestly. I've played football my whole life pretty much, and I don't even know the rules. They genuinely change them all the time. They said there was different phases of play. He's offside, but he doesn't have anything to do with the ball. Then it comes back to him. Now he's onside, and I think that's a penalty. I think that's a pen, but maybe they've changed the rules. Who knows? I actually wanted a penalty just for the drama and the excitement. I'm sick of 0-0s. Croatia on the attack again. Belgium are all over the place. Ball whipped into the back post. Here's a chance. Poor touch there at the back post by Perisic. Typical Spurs player. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Hit the likes, people. Hit them likes. Pat said football is evolving. Selassie said they make it up as they go along. I'm telling you, I don't understand it. I don't understand. They said phases of play. He's not interfering at the start. Kwesi said in the Premier League that would have taken 15 minutes. I'll tell you one thing about this competition. The VAR has been so much more efficient than the Prem. Like, I have to admit, it's even though I'm not sure about that decision, they're so much quicker. Croatia on the attack again. Ball whipped in. Scrambled away by Belgium. They've been poor so far, although they could be away here. Can he hit? Oh, I thought he was going to play the long ball to De Bruyne then. Look at that pass, man. Belgium are... They are trash bags, man. Honestly, they are just not very good. You've got to just throw Lukaku up there and go direct, I'm telling you. You've got to put Big Rom up there and go direct. I think that's their only way out. They do not look good. Don said watching Morocco can't be bothered with this game. Morocco are decent, man. Whoever comes second in this group will probably play against Spain if Spain get a result later on. They're showing you the penalty again, which means obviously, I mean, I can't hear the commentary. I'm assuming they're having a discussion about it, but I don't know. Like I said, maybe the rules have changed. Man called it. Bruv, I'm telling you, they're moving like trash bags. They're moving like trash bags, man. Just giving the ball away so easily. We heard for years. You know why? Because we heard for so many years about this golden generation coming out of Belgium. And it's like, where was it? Did it just miss me? Because I haven't seen it. They had a Hazard who was on fire. Cool, I respect that. Kevin De Bruyne was on fire, but really, they probably De Bruyne's probably close to his best now. Hazard's best was years ago. And you had Lukaku on fire at one stage. That's not a golden generation. You know, they've had probably 3 top players. Witsel was decent for a bit. Vertonghen, Alderweireld. Vincent Kompany, yeah, he was top player. But I've never really rated them as a team. Here, Croatia on the ball in the penalty area. Good defending there, to be fair. Big C, Ronaldo is now a free agent. Yeah, man, but, you know, £26 a second, apparently, he's going to get in Saudi. So I don't think anyone's going to be able to convince him. Christian, thank you for the super chat. Said, not going to lie, I cried when Mexico got eliminated. Time to support Brazil. Listen, that's the passion, man. Football is a passionate sport. Sometimes it hurts. I remember 06, man, you know what I mean? The eyes had water in them, I can't lie. The tears didn't fall, but the eyes had water in them, you know? Watching Thierry miss that one-on-one, I was in agony watching that. So, it happens, man. Football is passionate. Damian said Belgium, Uruguay and Germany have flopped this World Cup. Yeah, I actually thought Uruguay would be really... I thought they'd be a really dangerous team in this tournament. They've been awful so far. Again, a lot of decent individual players. Darwin Núñez, Cavani, Suarez, Jimenez, Godin, Bentancur. They've got good players, Araujo, but it's just about connecting. I think what people are now understanding is that it's very difficult when you play for a club team. You train 4 days a week. You go to international duty 2 or 3 times a year for a few days. And a lot of these teams, they don't connect. They don't, you know, the chemistry's not there. It's like FIFA, there's red lines all over the place. I know Arsene Wenger's got this philosophy that he's trying to bring where international teams have a break for 4 weeks and play all of their qualifiers within them 4 weeks. So club football will stop for a whole month. They'll play all of their qualifiers over a 4-week period, and then there'll be no more international breaks for the rest of the season. But it allows the national team manager 1 month with the players to try and, you know, get them to gel together a little bit better. It's probably a decent idea. The only thing is it would be a painful 4 weeks watching, you know, World Cup qualifiers, which are not exactly the most exciting. Kay said, I shed big tears in 06. Was a kid, but I never forget. It was crazy. It was crazy. Just showing you Hazard and Lukaku on the bench there. I think those two are going to have to come on. Thierry Henry, the coach there. Martin said, Curtis, do you have more passion for England or Jamaica? Do you know what? I'd say both, but, you know, with England, it's just got to the point with me, like, it feels like, you know, just you're going round in circles. England win a few games, you get excited, football's coming home and all of that, and then they flop, and you're like, well, what's the point me getting hyped up for that? And then, you know, a few black players miss a penalty and they're getting racially abused, so I'm like, you know, I don't get too hyped, but the problem is Jamaica don't qualify for the World Cup, so I can't really get too hyped for Jamaica either. Caribbean Cup and the Gold Cup's about the best I can get hyped for, so it is what it is. 2-0 to Morocco. I think I'm watching the wrong game here, to be honest. 2-0 to Morocco. They're flying. They are absolutely flying. They are currently top of the group, which would see Croatia play against Spain in the next round, which would be a big game. Yeah, Ish, to be honest, I'm 100 times more passionate for Arsenal than England. And I can't, to be honest, I can't wait for Arsenal to come back. Jamaica win the World Cup or Arsenal win the treble. If that treble's got the Champions League in it, it's Arsenal, man. It's Arsenal. I live and breathe, you know, Arsenal daily. You know, it's my club every day. International football's once in a blue moon, man. It is what it is. Arsenal treble, but I want the Champions League in that treble. Yeah, man. Listen, like I said, if Arsenal win the title, I'll be a problem on this channel. I'm telling you. Sounds like you're describing Arsenal for the last 2 decades. That's what I'm saying. It's been hard. African teams sourcing this World Cup. Yeah, listen, good to see African teams getting through. Morocco are going to be through. Who else? Senegal, obviously they play England in the next round. Ghana have a chance of getting through. I'm not sure if Cameroon can still get through. But listen, it's good. Here come Morocco again. Could be free. Oh, it's been blocked. That game looks far better than this. Although Croatia on the attack in the area, it's Kovacic gets tackled there. Belgium look old and tired. They just don't have the energy. They need some young, energetic players, man. Hope there's some goals in this, man. James said, "Me want the treble." Yeah, me want the treble, bro. Do you know what I mean? Give me that treble, man. I want the Champions League, I want the FA Cup, and I want the Prem. Can you imagine if Arsenal won that? It'd be crazy. John said, I cried big tears for Arsenal in 06. I didn't watch football for a long time. Do you know the only thing that gave me a little bit of positivity after that final, right? I remember being really, like, I was a bit angry, to be honest. This is why I can't stand Almunia. Anthony, apologies. I missed your super chat, apparently. Let me scroll back through. I always felt like Arsenal would be back there. Do you know what I mean? Even though we lost, I was like, oh, don't worry, we'll be back here, man. Our team's too good. We got Henry and these, man. I'm still shocked that we never got back there and got in that Champions League final and went and won it. Anthony's super chat. I still can't work out how Belgium were #1 in the world for several years and are still marked as the second best team in the FIFA ranking. That FIFA rankings thing's a joke, though. You know, if you batter your qualifying group, they'll give you loads of ranking points, and you'll be ranked one of the best teams in the world. It doesn't really mean much. I think Iran are ranked 20th in the world because they hammered their qualification group. So it means nothing. Belgium being ranked #1, they've never exactly been the #1 team in the world. My lads won the Champions League 6 times. It's definitely nice. Nah, listen, I respect it. I can't even hate on it. Liverpool have a supreme history in Europe. Almunia played for us for 5 years after that final. These are the kind of things where my sort of respect for Arsene Wenger started to fade. I'll always love Arsene Wenger as a legend at Arsenal. But it got to a point where it's like he lost that edge. You know, that edge that made him one of the best. He lost that. You know, when he first came to Arsenal, he got rid of Ian Wright. Ian Wright, one of the biggest legends of Arsenal Football Club. Arsene Wenger got rid of him and brought in Nicolas Anelka, who was fairly unknown, and look what he turned him into. And then he got rid of him and brought Thierry Henry, and look what he turned him into. So he had that edge about him that, listen, I don't care who you are. If it's time to go, you're going. Yeah, you kept man like Almunia in goal for 5 years, who was an absolute shambles of a goalkeeper. And I used to think, how can a man like Wenger, with such a footballing brain, not understand that this guy needs replacing? You know, we used to have the same conversation every year with Arsenal where it was, I didn't understand it, but yeah, it was painful, man. Yeah, a lot of people saying Maguire's been player of the tournament for England. Maguire and Bellingham, a lot of people saying those two. Maguire's been very good. Don said Brazil, Argentina and France, clearly the big three. It's interesting, though, because Argentina have not impressed me at all in this tournament. I would say that Portugal have looked a bit better than Argentina. But it's just that messy factor in it. You know, you think going into the knockout stage, he's probably going to turn the heat up and you know, kick into gear. Pat don't rate Maguire, but no, you've got to respect him. You know, I always say in life, if you can criticise, you've got to praise. And he has been very good so far. But people will say, let's see how good he is when he plays against the top striker who really gives him problems. Jay Peraza said, I love South America and Central America play for the World Cup spot because it's only a few teams always playing the same and Colombia would have more chances to go. That's interesting, man. Colombia not making the World Cup. Usually do make the World Cup, and I've got a lot of big players as well. I think Wenger was crippled by the unambiguous board. I think he turned into an accountant, I felt like, Wenger. You know, he was too worried about the figures and the money and all of that instead of just saying, let me build a team that can go and win the league again. Here's Carrasco, left-hand side, 30 minutes gone, still 0-0. It's amazing how many games in this World Cup have been 0-0 at half-time, which is a shame, really. I want to see more goals. Saka and Rashford are clear of the slab. I don't think they are in this tournament. I mean, Saka played well the first game. Second game didn't play well. Third game wasn't playing. Rashford, I mean, Rashford was excellent last game. I can't lie. And you know, I like Rashford. And I think he'll start against Senegal. I think Saka or Sterling will probably get dropped. I actually think Saka will be on the bench against Senegal because of that that Rashford performance. So much low block defending. Yeah, man, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. A lot of games where they're just defending and then they seem to open up a bit more in the second half. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, man? From league titles to celebrating top four, Wenger lost his ambition, was just happy to be in the mix, and that's always crazy, isn't it? How the ambition fell. But on the flip side, what's funny about it is, as a fan base, we used to complain about coming fourth. I remember us finishing fourth and being in the Emirates one year and going, this isn't good enough. We're Arsenal. We should not be celebrating fourth. They were parading around the pitch. And I was saying, this ain't nothing to celebrate. Arsenal shouldn't be celebrating fourth. We should be title winners or challenging. Now, you know, fourth, we'll have a parade in the street. Look at Thierry. Yo, BBC know, you know. Martinez, you know, they're showing you Martinez, the manager, and they're just zooming in on Thierry, man. That's the real OG there, my friend. Big Thierry, you know. I said, big up Curtis, hope you're well, bro. We need to bring Mudryk to the carpet. He liked the AFTV post. Yeah, he's twerking, man. He is twerking. He wants the move. Pat said the group stage of the World Cup has always potential for park buses and low excitement. I hope it gets better as the tournament goes on. Here come Croatia. Left foot shot, well blocked there by Belgium. Croatia again win the ball back. They seem to have more energy than Belgium. Ball whipped in, back post. Kramaric jumps up for the header, heads it over. Goes out for a goal kick. The better team at the moment, Croatia. Every time I do these watch-alongs, I'm like, please, score in the first half so we have more excitement, man. Corey said this. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's falling asleep settings, man. Saka scores 2 first game. Rashford scores 2 second game. Now Saka deserves to be dropped. I don't think so, even though it might. Listen, I'm not saying he deserves to be dropped, Pack. I'm saying, you know, in football, there's a lot of recency bias, right? And because Saka played well, then didn't play so well, then Rashford's come in and played really well, got man of the match. I just think that Saka will get dropped. I've got to be honest. I think he will. I'm not saying that's right, but that's what I think is going to happen. I think Foden or Rashford will play on that right-hand side. But we'll have to see. Maybe we'll stick with him. Favourite Arsenal shirt of your generation? There's a few for me. And as I said, my favourite shirts tend to be the successful shirts. I think you always equate success to your favourite shirts, you know. I'll show you a couple of shirts that I really liked. This is one of my favourite Arsenal shirts, right? I'm going to show you this one. I know we're going way off topic here because the game's so boring. This is one of my favourite Arsenal shirts. And I had this shirt. I don't know where this shirt disappeared to. I used to love this shirt. Thierry Henry hat-trick in the Champions League. Was it against Roma or Lazio? I feel like it was Roma. I love that shirt. That was one of my favourite away shirts. And I lost this shirt. I don't know where it is. I think the maroon one. Yeah, I've got the maroon one. I've got the gold one. The Invincibles 02 one. That was a good one, of course, just because we were so good. There's a couple JVC bangers as well. I remember that from FIFA 03. Great shirt, man. I wish I still had that. Was it Cassano? Remember Cassano? He was old school, man. Oh, yeah, they wore that in the Inter game, didn't they? Thierry hat-trick. I forget that. How can I forget that? I remember that game like it was yesterday, man. Zanetti getting dealt with. Henry just gliding past Zanetti like he wasn't even there. Gold Puma. That was a good one. Alexis Sanchez. But I won't put any Puma shirt in my top Arsenal shirts, man. Yeah, the black away one this season is brilliant. It is. It's a brilliant shirt. Hopefully it will be a one to remember, you know, where we're collecting trophies and stuff. Let's hope. But Arsenal have had decent shirts. That shirt made me remember Pascal Saigan. Oh, my days. Did you have the blue Dreamcast one? Was that the all dark blue one? I don't think I ever had that. Dark blue. I'm sure it was dark blue with, was it yellow writing? It's not even showing up. But no, I didn't have that one. I know which one you're talking about, though. The Dreamcast one. I think it was dark blue, right? But we had some nice kits, man. Do you think Declan Rice is overrated? I do, personally. I think he's a decent player, but I think he's overrated. This is a chance for Belgium. On the attack, they got players forward. He's got a pass. Took too long. They're so annoying to watch, Belgium. They're just decision-making in the final third is nuts. And here come Croatia now on the break. They've looked the better team, I got to be honest. They moved the ball well here. Belgium have got a lot of players back, though. Nah, there's no goal, man. Come on, he's got to go in timeout for that. We can't have that. I wish there was a goal. Do you like the 11-12 blue and black 8-2 shirt? I've got that shirt. I've got that shirt. It brings me bad memories back, though. With the kind of goes diagonal. It just reminds me of United slapping us all over the place, so I don't wear it too often. The black and light red Puma kit was different gravy. That was quite nice. Them shirts were really tight fitted, man. You had to hit the gym to wear them Puma Arsenal shirts. I can't lie, they were so tight fitted. Arsenal Nike produced banging shirts. I preferred Nike. I got to be honest, I preferred the Nike shirts. Here come Croatia. We've got 8 minutes till half time. It's been a bit of a snore fest. I've got to be honest. I'm hoping we get goals in the second half. You would think that Belgium would be a little bit more proactive. You're currently going out of the World Cup. And apart from that one opportunity, they haven't created anything. They don't even look like they're trying to score. It must be very frustrating being a Belgium fan. I can't lie. They look old, tired. They're jogging around the pitch. Just bring Lukaku on and go direct. I'm telling you right now. Bring Big Rom on up front and just spam crosses in for him. Noah said, Curtis, who would you rather have in Arsenal if you brought a United player? Man United player. Who would I take? I'm trying to think who you got. I'm thinking it's got to be Marcus Rashford for me. I haven't seen enough of that Anthony brother yet. I like Casemiro. I'm just thinking the fact that he's 30, though, or nearly 31. Rashford or Casemiro for me. Lisandro's decent as well, I can't lie. But I take Rashi, man. I take him. 25, winger, striker. I take Rashi. But I think Casemiro's a top player, but just his age. Bruno Fernandes instead of Odegaard. He's a good player, but I just can't stand his attitude, man. He really annoys me. Thierry Henry's warming up on the sideline. Man's got his Belgian passport. Man said, no, my name's not Thierry, mate. You know what I mean? He's come back. It is a bad game. But I said, stop pretending you needed to think it through. It was always going to be Rashford, right? Now, do you know what? I'll be honest. Casemiro popped in my head. But I was just thinking of the age, you know. He's 30, innit? But he's an absolute baller. I like Varane as well, obviously, but the age as well. So, yeah, it's Rashi. Get Rashi to the carpet. Pacquiao or Mayweather? Gotta be money Mayweather, man. 49-0, bruv. One of the best ever. It's a shame him and Pacquiao didn't fight earlier on in their careers, though. England used to not be so good, but now they are good at the World Cup. They're all right. Long ball there, looking for Mertens. Overhit, goes out for a goal kick. What is Martinez going to say to them at half time? Hazard and Lukaku are warming up. And Yuri Tielemans. You know what? I know Tielemans had a great World Cup. You might as well throw all three of them on. South London's finally saying take Sancho over Rashford. The only reason I wouldn't take Sancho over Rashford is just because I haven't seen him produce much in the Premier League. And I think Rashford is quicker. And he can play up front. So I'm taking Rashi ahead of him. But I hear you. Sancho at Dortmund, there would have been no question about it. Canada have scored, apparently. I'm watching the wrong game here, aren't I? I'm watching the wrong game. Who was that who scored? Was it Jonathan David? I think it's an own goal. Own goal, 2-1. I'm definitely watching the wrong game. Wasim said Belgium are absolutely dreadful. I'm not even sure if they're that good. Jay said no way. Sancho is not that good. Pat said Sancho has flopped so far. I'm just looking at it. Can Canada qualify if they win? I think they can still qualify. Their goal difference is horrendous. So they would have to win by quite a few goals. Quasi said most of the Belgian players don't look interested. Most of them are past their best, want to go home and rest with their clubs. De Bruyne was right calling them out. I think he was. He needs to understand also where them players are at in their careers. Although here come Belgium on the attack. This is a chance. Oh, flicked on at the near post and it goes all the way across goal. And Croatia clear it long. They retain possession here. Axel Witsel. Sancho at Dortmund was like Sterling at Liverpool. He needed to go to a better club to elevate his levels like Sterling at City. Canada are already eliminated. Sancho's been a big fail. I think he's at the wrong team. Listen, Ten Hag might get more out of him. I think he's a better coach than Solskjaer. What have we got? 3 minutes basically till half time. I'm actually looking forward to half time. I'm hoping these players decide to come out and have a bit of a go second half because it's painful to watch this. Sancho is a bigger flop than Pepe, and nobody is talking about it. At least Pepe had 16 plus goals, 1 assist, 1 season in all comps. It's interesting that. I think with Sancho, he hasn't done much. Pepe, the problem with Pepe now, if Arsenal sell Pepe in the summer, I don't even know if we'll get 15 million for Pepe. Honestly, he's not having a great season in France. And he has had... Did he sign at the same time as Sancho? I think he signed a year later. So in theory, you got to give Sancho to the end of the season. But Sancho, I feel like I expected more of Sancho than I expected of Pepe. Because looking at Pepe, I was like, he's had 1 big season in the French league. He's never played in Europe, in terms of... He hadn't played Europa League or Champions League. Sancho was ripping up Champions League. And so, yeah, I think the expectation level of Sancho was higher than Pepe. So, I suppose he's in last chance saloon, really, at Man United. Scamcho. Just hasn't got the pace. It's mad, when Sancho was at Dortmund, I thought he was quick. He came to the Prem, I was like, this guy ain't that quick at all. He's a good dribbler, but he doesn't have a lot of pace. Sancho chose the bag instead of the right club. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Great ball across again. You want the striker there running across the 6-yard box. No movement. I'm telling you now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You got to put Romelu Lukaku up front. This Dries Mertens experiment is not working at all. So, Omar said I'm going back to sleep. Sancho hasn't got his chance, whereas Pepe got more than enough game time. I don't know. Sancho, man, I feel like he's played quite a lot on Man United. To say he hasn't had his chance. What's his 29 league games last season, 10 so far this season. 4 Europa League, 7 Champions League. I mean, he's played and a couple of EFL. He's played about 50 games for Man United. He's played 50 games, got 7 goals. I mean, it's not great at all, but Pepe definitely got better numbers. Lukaku is injured. I mean, he's on the bench. He came on, I think, last 15 minutes of the last game, so he should be fit enough to maybe play 45 minutes. Shot there by Croatia. That is horrendous. Let's talk about R9, because this game is trash. Listen, a lot of people have been messaging, actually, about that documentary. How do I watch it? It's there on iPlayer. You should be able to watch it on Sky. Got to go to work, community. Catch you all on the stream tomorrow if you're streaming. Yeah, big up, bro. Got to do what you got to do. BX Gunner said Sancho went to a dysfunctional United. His career stalled under poor management and environment. I do sort of agree with that, because I think if that Sancho that was at Dortmund had gone to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool or gone to Pep's Man City with that setup, I think you'd be seeing a different player. He went into a team managed by, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that had no system, and it was just individual brilliance, Ronaldo and Pogba and stuff like that. So he needed a setup, and I think he's walked into a club that wasn't set up. Yasser said, Curtis, how you doing? I'm good, bro. Can't complain. Appreciate you asking. Michael said, Sancho can still be a quality player. If Arteta had him, he'd be balling. He probably would actually be good at Arsenal because he's a possession-based player. Are you doing Japan, Spain? I mean, I'm looking at the evening game. I don't know what the better game is to even do. Costa Rica, Germany, or Japan, Spain, because if Germany lose, they're out, and that's massive drama. I think Spain are pretty much... Spain could actually go out as well. So I'm actually not sure which game out of the two. Might have to put a vote out on the community after. I feel like Germany are a bit more exciting with Gnabry and Sané and that. I don't know. I'm not sure. We may have to do a vote on the community page afterwards. I'll do a joint watch along, but obviously usually I focus more on one game. Unless I get the two screens out and we will just watch both of them. Maybe we'll do it like that. Put a poll up, strip club settings. I might do one at half time. Carrasco, good run, crosses it in. Cleared at the near post. There's 4 minutes time added on. We're already 2 minutes in. Japan have got more of a chance of an upset. Yeah, I'd say they're stronger than Costa Rica. Germany need a result. Where can I watch the documentary? R9, I'm in the USA. See, I don't know. Can you access BBC iPlayer in the US? I'm not sure. I don't know if you can watch it online. Apparently, Morocco have scored again. 4 goals in one half. No, it's 2-1. What happened? Was it disallowed? Loads of you were saying 3-1. What's going on? That don't look offside. So why has that goal been disallowed? Are they saying that, is the guy in front of the goalkeeper? Have they actually disallowed that? That looks like a goal. Yeah, they're playing on. Should have been 3-1. We just want one goal here, people. One goal. Curtis, has anyone told you have a baby face? Take that. Listen, when you get older and they say you got a baby face, I take that all day long, especially when I've had the shape up. I don't look a day over, what, 21, 22? Yeah, I take that. I definitely take that. Brandon said, big up Big C in the C unit. The Morocco game is much better than this. You know what happened, though? I'll turn over in the second half, and this will be a goal fest. So I'm here now. I've just got to stick with it, and hope it works out. Costa Rica is the worst team in the World Cup. That will be a stinker of a game. Ball whipped in. Oh, chance for Croatia. Couldn't reach the ball. Retained at the back post. Ball whipped in. It's bouncing all over the place. There's the shot. Goes wide. Sums up the first half. And that's half time. Absolute stinker of a first half. Should we put a poll up? Should we do it now or we do it afterwards? Yeah, let me get the poll up. At least it's some form of entertainment rather than this game. But what game would you rather have a watch along later on? So let's get that. Can I actually? Yeah. Let's do a poll for that. So we've got Costa Rica against Germany. Costa Rica v Germany. Germany have to get a result there. Costa Rica have been pretty bad. Or Japan against Spain. Tomiyasu hopefully will be playing in that. So a bit of Arsenal connection. Which watch along would you prefer? There we go. Let me know, people. More polls than a strip club. I don't know which game, to be honest. I was a little bit... I'll do it in the community tab after as well, because more of you will see that. But we'll just keep this poll up. Hey, man. Don said, loving the Morocco game. I can't lie. Cannot wait for the second half. I wish I could say the same about this game. The only good thing about this game, it can't get any worse than that first half. Am I the only one that does not understand the Declan Rice hype? He seems so average. Said it for a long time. It's something I've said for a long time. I think he's just a... Listen, he's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong. It sounds bad because I would potentially take him at Arsenal, but I wouldn't pay 60, 70, 80 million for him, which they would want. But it's English tax, isn't it? It's English tax. You know how it goes. It's the same reason Maguire cost 80 million. It's the same reason Ben Chilwell cost 60 million. There genuinely is a real thing. English tax. It's a real thing, people. Kaz said Jude Bellingham is overrated. I mean, listen, I think he's a top player. There is a big risk spending 100 million on him. That is for sure. Somebody just said there. So we had no shots on target in the first half for either team. I mean, please. Come on. Do you know what I mean? We turn up for a watch along. And they got some big players. They got better players in the studio there. Shearer, Drogba, Micah Richards. I think Lineker's presenting it. Jamaica couldn't qualify over Costa Rica. It's poor, innit? They should be turning them teams over, man. But as I said, the setup. I don't even rate this Belgium Witsel guy. Don't know his purpose. I'd have him over Declan Rice. Axel Witsel was a good player a few years ago. He's past his best now. Well past his best. But he's not that guy now. No shots on target. They are damning stats. Drogba nearly fell asleep. Gold medal pole vault settings. Bruv, I might as well put Cartoon Network back on. Can we take a peek at the Prem table? Why not? Why not? All you got to do is ask. You don't have to do much to convince me, I'll tell you that much. Let's have a look at the Prem table. Why not? Just get the Prem back. I feel like I've had enough of the World Cup now. I can't lie. Maybe it's just this game is taking the energy out of me, but here's the Prem table. Damn, it feels like a lifetime ago, to be fair. I still keep forgetting we're 5 points clear of Man City on the same games. It's all mad. But yeah, what are we? 7 points clear of Newcastle, game in hand. 8 points clear of Tottenham with a game in hand. Stand up if your team is on top of the Prem. Why not? I've got to be respectful. Only the Gunners can stand up. I'm still shocked. You know, like I haven't looked at the table for so long. It's still crazy that like Liverpool are 15 points behind Arsenal on the same games. Imagine being told that at the start of the season. After 14 games, you're going to be 15 points clear of Liverpool, who you would have probably said would be Man City's closest challengers this season. It's crazy. Big second half of the season coming up, though. There is a long way to go. I can't lie. We are going to have to, get some players in January. That is for certain. But yeah, top of the table always feels good. You don't have to ask me twice, people. Have you seen some of the leaks of the 23-24 kit? No, I haven't. I heard that Adidas are going to bring out a kit next season with no sponsor on it. But yeah, I haven't seen any. Listen, if you've got any pictures of them, feel free to send them to me. I know a lot of the leaks are often pretty similar. So, John, if you follow me on Twitter or anything, feel free to send me the picture. Always nice to see the leaked kits. City's games are going to be tense. Obviously, we play City at home on the 15th of February, the day after Valentine's. So that one will be interesting. Can't lie, Big C. Jesus needs to start scoring more if we want a chance for the Prem title. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I see R9 has said something about him saying that he's going to start scoring. So if R9 talks, I listen, people. Mudrick twerking us to the title. Listen, for me, in January, get Smith Rowe back, sign a midfielder, sign a winger or a striker or a player that can play both positions. And I genuinely think we got a chance of going all the way. Now, when I say all the way, I don't necessarily mean we're going to win it. Because if City turn the heat up, then I don't know if anybody can handle it. But I think we can go to the latter months of the season still being in the title race. That's kind of my thing. Europa League, I'd love us to win the Europa League as well. DV said, Big C, did you see the Leon Bailey interview talking about corruption in the JFF? I haven't actually seen the interview. I saw some quotes from what he'd said, and it seemed quite damning. But listen, I know it sounds horrible, but players need to do that, like in terms of they need to speak out. I know it's not nice, but it's the only way that it's ever going to change over there, you know? And yeah, it's frustrating because I think really they should have qualified for this tournament. Just seeing Ziyech's goal there, what is that Canadian goalkeeper doing? Have you seen Rodrigo rubbing R9's legs to get the magic? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Levels. Jay Lindavelli said, Big C, watch some of that R9 documentary last night. Truly inspiring. Need to watch the rest tonight. Great watch. 100%. Pat, nah, come on. Pat said, does R9 have time to talk between cheeseburgers? Okay. 3-minute ban. Nah, give him some respect, man. Do you know what? I think he genuinely just said when he retired, I'm done. I'm eating what I want. I'm living however I want to live. If he puts 4 or 5 stone on, then so be it. You know, I think that's what R9's done, man. He don't care. He don't care at all. Man said lifetime ban. Big C, did you see Arsenal releasing more training merch? Yeah, they were always going to do it. Got an email this morning, didn't I? Thought, oh, here we go. Top of the league, Christmas around the corner, and they release new merch. But it is what it is. Don't hate the player, hate the game, I suppose. They got to make money. But I won't be buying it. I wasn't that impressed by that kit, to be honest. Is it me or does Drogba look strange with a bald head? Listen, man, the wet look ain't going to last forever, is it? You know what I mean? The little, you know, what did he have? Little, like, curtains, the drog. But, yeah, it happens, man. It happens. Definitely a timeout. He knew as well. He even held his hands up before. Let me end this poll, actually. I will put it on the community page as well, but just wanted to get a general idea of what game you would prefer. So 64% of you are saying Japan versus Spain. 36% are saying Costa Rica, Germany. So it seems like more of you want to watch Japan. Obviously, we'll have... probably have Tomiyasu playing in that game for Japan. No more soul glow for Drogba. Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through, baby. Just let your soul glow. I better stop there. It's too early in the week to hit them high notes. I can't lie. But coming to America, if you know, you know, of course. But yeah, Drogba. Drogba said, listen, man, inflation. And no more wet look, man. You know what I'm saying? Big C, any clue what happened to Ben White? No. Absolutely no idea. I won't say I was hoping. I was expecting something to maybe be leaked where we would hear something, but I haven't heard anything. I would suspect it's some sort of family issue. Man said damaged eardrums. I thought I hit the high notes quite well there, but hey, I'll leave it. It is what it. Would you take Omri or R9 at Arsenal? I mean, in what sense are we talking, Mamadou? Are we talking about as a coach, as an ambassador, as a manager? What capacity are we talking about here? I don't know what you could do with him. Listen, I'd take him as coach the strikers. If I was a young striker, can you imagine Thierry Henry and R9 taking the shooting session and teaching you how to finish? I saw a little 20-second clip of Thierry Henry with Micah Richards showing people how he turns defenders and stuff. And I was just like, wow, just the little details, man, makes all the difference. Big up Sashin, who said, Big C, you're my favorite content creator. I would say you have very good taste there. Big up yourself, bro. White is not a fan of football. Saw Southgate's football and said, I'm out. All jokes aside, hope he's fine. Yeah, listen, man. I hear what you're saying. I like the joke, but obviously, I'm sure when the story comes out, it's going to be something serious. So let me not, let me not laugh on it. R9 as a nutritionist, see, Nick, it's just out of order. I mean, maybe you could say, what I'm eating, you lot shouldn't eat because this is what happens to you. So maybe. Suarez versus Ghana. We're definitely doing that watch along tomorrow. That will be all-out war, I would imagine. Nick, there's a few of you need bans today. You're going crazy. Imagine if Hazard had Ronaldo's fitness and discipline. Listen, Eden Hazard should be... His move to Madrid should have pushed him to like world levels. So it's a shame what happened, man. It's a shame. But discipline, didn't they say? I read something about Hazard. Was it? He come back like 7 or 4? Like 7 or 4 kilograms heavier, which was crazy. Kaz said, big up Curtis, doesn't want to hear the truth about Bellingham. The guy's mad over it. I wouldn't say mad overrated. I get your point. We very quickly in this country, £100 million player. Maybe he's not £100 million player, but I think he's a very, very good player. R9 is nutritionist only for Vieira. Yeah, man, put some weight on him, man. This game's still not back underway. Imagine R9 against Maguire. That could be a double hat-trick. Eddie needs that Henry trading. Hazard had no interest in Madrid. That's why man was chasing the bag. It's crazy, though, isn't it? Because not many players go Madrid and act like that. Like, usually, Madrid is seen as one of the pinnacles of football. So most players go to Madrid and you'd think they'd be twice as, hard working in wanting to succeed there. Hazard seemed to go there and say, that's me done. 5-year deal. And I'm chilling, which is a shame. Marcus said, stop bashing R9. Google his thyroid problem, Big C. Listen, we're joking. He is the GOAT, in my eyes. But the thyroid problem, honestly, I've never heard about it. If it is true, then cool. But information and entertainment, I can't promise we won't run jokes on this channel, Marcus. So it ain't for everyone. This could be a lifetime ban, Don. He said, Gabriel Batistuta is clear of R9. Anybody who knows international football. I mean, listen, I rate Batistuta. He had a powerful shot, but on a Thursday, you're going to come out with this. At least wait till the weekend. Batistuta, if you're going to come with an Argentinian, come with Maradona or Messi or Di Stefano. Don't come with Batistuta. And I rate Batistuta, but come on. Even Batistuta would tell you he's not as good as R9, and I've never met him. He's got 2 World Cups, bro, R9. Scored 2 in the final. Golden boots. We need to relax with these kind of comments. Anyway, let me move on. Don's having a heavy Thursday afternoon. Dries Mertens is off. Romelu Lukaku is on. I said it in the first half. Just put him up front and go direct. They ain't got time for nothing else. Second half is underway. And let's see how this second half goes, people. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Man said block him and report him to YouTube. Dear, let's hope we have a bit more entertainment. I think Lukaku will just give them nuisance factor in the fact he's a big striker, he's strong, and, you have to mark him. Dries Mertens was horrible in that first half. The problem you've got here again is that Croatia know that a draw is going to qualify them, and maybe they're not overly keen on going for the win. Maybe the fact that Morocco are winning now and they're top in the group will push them on a little bit. Don's still going crazy. He said, as a player, he's clear as day. Look at the facts. I'm struggling to deal with this, Don. I'm not gonna lie. Don, I think we need. You know what? Let me give you the courtesy. Show some courtesy, Curtis. Let me give you the courtesy of looking at the stats. I mean, Gabriel Batistuta. I mean, I'm only seeing a few of his stats. It's not showing all of it. He can't talk to R9, bro. It's just there's no point me even looking. I mean, he's got decent stats, Batistuta, Don, but we need to calm down. We need to relax, Don. It's only Thursday. I'm not even prepared for this conversation. You know, man are calling him Robbie Lyle Kaku. I don't know if that's a ban or if I should give you a medal for joke of the day. I think that's quite a good one. I can't lie. Camera on settings, man. Camera on settings. R9 now or Eddie? I mean, listen. He ain't going to run much, but if he gets the good chance, I still think he can finish. So I'm going R9 now. I'm still taking it. Oh, dear me. Here's Lukaku. Robbie Lyle Kaku. That is a banger, by the way. Yeah, I think people need to understand the man. How many players can play for Barca and Real Madrid, AC and Inter Milan? There's no conversation to be had, Don. But I respect the, you know, you came in with chest. Batistuta's your guy. You're defending him. I respect it. De Bruyne whips it in. Oh, it's cleared at the near post. Goes out for a corner. Croatia defending resolutely here. And it goes out for a corner. That's the thing. When you got someone like Lukaku up there, you can go direct. You can whip crosses in, you know. No one can finish like R9. R9 finishing was 99. Ball whipped in. Flicked on at the near post. Comes out. Shot. Oh, it's cleared away. Could be handball there. Just pass the damn ball. Here's De Bruyne. Back post. Lukaku with a header straight at the goalkeeper. And there you go, you see. Sometimes you got a big guy in there you can put crosses in. You can put crosses in. What nation has surprised you the most? I think Argentina. Because I don't know, there was so much hype around them. 3 years unbeaten. I've just been really surprised by them. Big up Craig who said, Curtis, big up. Just got home. How has the game been so far? Let me tell you, Craig, you've done yourself a favour by just turning this game on, because the first half was horrendous. No goals on target for either team, so that tells you everything. Tevez switching the Manchester badge. I mean, that was iconic. That was proper funny. I thought that was, and then they put "Welcome to Manchester" in the blue. That was epic trolling. Here come Croatia, left-hand side in the penalty area. At least we've had a shot on target there with that Lukaku header. He should have played it. Croatia still on the attack. They're slow in attack as well. Here's a chance, Croatia. Near post, saved by Courtois. Tips it wide. It's a corner. Kovacic there with the shot. Corner to Croatia. At least we're getting shots on target. It's progress, people. I'm not saying we're going to get a goal, but we've had 2 shots on target. So we're moving in the right direction. The goal is on the way, I'm hoping. Belgium have been really poor in this World Cup. I don't know. Well, age maybe has caught up with them. Kovacic lays it off to Luka Modric. Short corner. Modric whips it in. Comes out to the edge of the penalty area. Shooting chance. That is a terrible shot. High and wide. I just don't... This World Cup's confusing me. I feel like when 2 lesser teams play against each other, it's a better game. Like Canada against Morocco is 2-1. They've had a goal disallowed as well. Every time I turn over, it looks exciting. The game looks quick. When 2 better teams, so-called better teams, play against each other, they're dropping stinkers. It's like they're just cancelling each other out, which is a shame. I hope this doesn't, continue into the group stage when obviously the better teams are playing against each other. Here's Lukaku. Lays it off. It's De Bruyne. Oh, it's a terrible shot. Didn't have the angle to shoot there. Smashes it high and wide. And Dries Mertens doesn't look too happy, but none of us are happy either. You made us watch you play up front for 45 minutes. Goldilocks said, I'm not even bothered to watch the game. The live stream is better. Have you boarded the Mikel Arteta train? Yeah, I'm pretty much there. But the door's still open. I can jump off. We haven't left the platform yet. But I'm hoping, you know, we do good and continue. Here we go. Here we go. Don, he won't let it go. Batistuta 56 in 78. R9 62 in 98. But are we forgetting there's 2 World Cup winners' medals in there, by the way? And Ballon d'Ors and... You know, them stats mean absolutely nothing to me. I respect, you know, you're trying, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. You know, I think CR7 scored more international goals than Messi. But most people think Messi's better than Ronaldo. So I really, you know, I definitely respect the effort. I really do. Miles said, Foden is the only young English player I believe is the real deal. I mean, listen, he's at Man City and he's playing for Pep, so you expect his progress to be very quick. And the team that he's playing in, you expect him to kind of look the best as well. But it is what it is. Don is back. That's the country you were born in, not as an individual. What, Golden Boot? Ballon d'Or? They're pretty individual to me. You know what I mean? I don't think you're going to get any luck with that debate, Don. But I have to admit, I love the argument you've tried to put up. Croatia, great ball to the back post. Nobody there. He overhits it slightly. And they reload it here. Come on. Give us a few goals to celebrate. Luka Modric. Great little ball out wide there. Crossed across the area. Witsel clears it. Croatia getting the ball a little bit. If Foden wasn't good, Pep would have sold him long time. Listen, Pep's no fool. Look at Man City's team. Pep doesn't really promote young players that much. So if he promotes you, then it's that, isn't it? You know. Here's a chance for Croatia. Oh, saved by Courtois. Didn't really catch the shot too well. Just side-footed it. And it's a save. At least we're getting shots on target, people. Desperate times, desperate measures, you know. Shots on target are being celebrated big time. Don said, I respect your opinion. No, listen, big up yourself. It's what football's all about. I respect debates, healthy footballing debates, man. That's what it's about. You've got your reasons why you believe it, and you're pulling out facts to back it up. It's just, you know, I don't agree with them, but I respect it. Croatia again with a shot, saved again by Courtois. Pretty much straight at him there, though. And here we go, Croatia again, left-hand side. Oh, he overhits the cross. And it will probably go out for a throw. No, keeps it in, and that's a throw into Croatia. They've started this team much more lively. Croatia, this second half. Bruv, I'm not even celebrating goals now. Shots on target, we're celebrating. It's all mad. Arsenalist said these European teams, these are 2 old European teams. What are you expecting? I thought, you know, there's attacking talent on show, though. I thought we'd still get a few goals, but they look like they can't run. But Croatia have looked a lot more lively in this second half. Axel Witsel down there. They're not happy with that challenge, although he is getting up. Gabriel Batistuta, though, there's levels. Listen, he's a baller. I remember him smashing one past David Seaman at Wembley. He wasn't a joke. I respect him, but, you know, only to a certain level, if we're having that debate. Old is gold, not goals. All right, fair enough. Old and golden generation, but not, you know, goals. I'm hoping we get a couple goals in this half, though. Here, Croatia on the ball. Kovacic. Gets the ball out wide to Kramaric. What do you think about Axel Witsel? A few years ago, I thought he was a decent player at Dortmund. In the midfield, he was always solid for them. I don't think he's that guy anymore. I've got to be real. He doesn't look the most mobile as he used to be. Croatia. Is that a corner? Corner to... No. Is it a corner? No, I think he's given a goal kick. Let's see... Tarun, I missed the dad joke. Where was it? Oh, you said the oldies go. Listen, you know dad jokes are welcome on this channel. When the goal kicks are the most exciting moments in a match, it needs help. Boys, seriously, this game needs help. I'm tempted to abandon it and just go Canada, Morocco. But I've got, you know what? I'm so far into the game now. I've got to stick with it because if I, tipping points on Channel 3, I might watch that. That looks more exciting than this. Thierry Henry talking to, who's that? Number 16. Is that Thorgan Hazard? 16. Who is number 16 for Belgium? I'm not sure. I think that's Hazard's brother, Thorgan. If you can't run, you got to be Messi. Godson said, if Kevin De Bruyne and Perisic both score outside the box, I'd win 10 bags. Come on, Lord, give me a break. I have to admit, listen, I hope you can. I hope you get close to it, but I'm not sure. It's countdown on. I'm telling you. Dun 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 dun. I'd rather watch that right now. I'm telling you. But anyway, Croatia are trying to add to the excitement. Kovacic gets the ball out wide. Croatia, lots of possession. Terrible cross. Courtois collects it. What is going? Yeah, I'm so far invested. It's like crypto, innit? You know, it's crashing all over the place. But if you've got money in it, you got to just work with it until Bitcoin comes back up. You know. It is what it is. Batistuta and Adriano, my old Pez days, 99 shot power. They were the days, man. 99 pace, Roberto Carlos and R9. 99 shot power, Adriano, Batistuta. Even Obafemi Martins, I think he had 99 pace as well. We've had 4 shots on target, people. Hallelujah. It's a throw-in. Curtis has bought all the dips. Hey, listen, buy on the dip, man. That's what you got to do. Not all of them, I can't lie. Big C, did you see CR7's chest pass in the previous match? How did he do that? Incredible. That's light work for them, man. It was a good pass, though. Apparently, they've launched a full investigation into whether that was his goal or not. I'm sure his lawyers and solicitors are doing everything they can to see if that touched his hair on the end of his head. Ken said these men went from golden generation to aluminium generation and are now the plastic generation. I'm telling you, bro. Trash can generation. Still playing man like Thomas Meunier and that. It's mad. The dot along is better than this. Have you ever had an argument with your coach? Previous coaches, yeah. Yeah, I have. Especially as I got a little bit older in my career, because as I got older, you felt like you could say more. You know, sometimes when you was younger and you're finding your way in the game, you will maybe accept things and not say things. But as I got older, yeah, maybe too much. Maybe that's why my career wasn't as big as it should have been. Maybe I said too much to the coach. But yeah, I've had arguments with coaches. Roberto Martinez is worse than Southgate. I would agree with that. I think he's horrendous. I don't know why they've kept him for so long. I've got no idea. This is one of their best generations of football, and you've given it to Roberto Martinez. I mean, come on. At least Southgate has actually got England to a World Cup semi-final and a Euros final. Even though I think tactically he messed up both them games. What has this guy done? He's terrible. Pepsi generation. 98 to 2006 generation is probably the best. Listen, I'm not going to argue with that. I love that sort of time there. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Little ball into Carrasco. Saved. Lukaku. It's the post. Lukaku. He hits the post on his right foot. Half of the goal was empty there. Kevin De Bruyne slides it to Carrasco. His shot was saved. Comes back out to Lukaku. Probably should score there. It's a poor finish in the end. First real good chance of the second half. Carrasco, I mean, it's a good block. Lukaku tries to bend it round the defender. He should score, in my opinion. I mean, it's unlucky. He's got to wrap his foot around it, but Lukaku misses the chance. And Jesus scores that. Well, I'd like to think so. Stormzy missed the sit. I said, you're never too big for your boots. Oh, his boots were too big there, I'm telling you. Don Robbie playing in boot cuts and Timbs. Oh, dear. He's got to score that. Got to score that. I told you they've got to be direct. De Bruyne again. Great little ball into Carrasco. It's good footwork. Defender and goalkeeper were too close to him. Lukaku just hit the target. Tries to whip it with his right foot. Doesn't get enough on it. Do Belgium have to win to qualify? I think at the moment, yeah, because Morocco are winning. Morocco are winning 2-1. So at the moment, they're out with this draw. So, yeah, they need to win. A win would actually knock Croatia out. So, this Belgium team beat England in 2018 World Cup to 3rd place. You're never too big for your boots business, man. What have Belgium got? De Bruyne has created the 2 best chances of the match. Here we go. De Bruyne again. Stands up the cross. Lukaku! He's missed an absolute sitter. Say it with me, people. 1, 2, 3. Lukaku. Lukaku is back in full effect. De Bruyne whips it in. Flicked on. Open goal. 7 yards out. Puts it over the bar. His only saving grace, people, is that I think the ball went out before De Bruyne crossed it. That is a terrible miss. I think he closes his eyes. I don't know what's going on. I think the ball might have been out. Wow, Lukaku, man, what are you doing? Jollof rice settings. I think the ball was out. So, you know, he gets away with it. But it's a terrible miss. That's probably easier than the first one. That was actually an open goal. That is a shocker. Stormzy having a nightmare up front. Big Storms, man. He's struggling up top, people. Lukaku. Here come Croatia on the ball. They might punish him for that. Edge of the area. Good turn. He's got 3 players on him. Does well. It's Luka Modric. Whips it to the back post. Nah, it's not on. Headed away and goes out. Lukaku just missing absolute sitters, people. Lukaku. Mel made him do it. Dear me. And Ketia settings. Deflection before he had of it. Listen, man. Little deflection. Just nod it in, man. Nod it in quickly, you know. Man said he's playing in Reebok pumps. Who's coming on here? Pasalic and Petkovic. I don't know who's coming off. Who's that coming off? 14. Kramaric coming off and Livaja coming off for Croatia. Lukaku missed 2 chances. Listen, the only thing I can say, the second one's a stinker, but the ball did go out. So if he scores, it doesn't count anyway. But man said he looks like a hench Eddie Nketiah. It's mad because a few years ago at Everton, people were going, this guy's going to be a world beater. Then he goes to Inter, rips it up again, gets another big move to England. 75 million to Man United the first time, 100 million to Chelsea. And it just hasn't happened for him. It's strange. Here come Croatia. Kovacic, good ball. There's no one there. He's got his back to goal. They retain possession. Belgium putting so many players behind the ball. Crossing opportunity for Croatia. Courtois collects it. Mamadou said, Big C, I think some players are lucky to make it to pro. I've seen way better players who never got signed. Life is not fair. Listen, this is football. I heard with Lukaku, I don't know if anybody's ever heard much about him, but apparently Lukaku was like 6 foot tall when he was like 14. If you've seen any of his, I remember when he signed for Chelsea, they put out a video of him when he was younger, and he was a giant. So he was probably destroying those defences at that age. I remember when I was younger, Tom Huddleston, who obviously played for Tottenham, he coaches now at Man United. He was in my youth team, and he was like 6 foot when he was about 14. We was all like 5'7", 5'8", hadn't even had a growth spurt yet. He was massive, and you couldn't get the ball off him. He was strong. He was huge. So yeah, sometimes those are factors, you know. You can rip it apart sometimes at youth level and go all the way through. So it is what it is. Jesus, he should have been a centre-back. But he was up front just bullying people, bagging goals, left-footed as well. You know, left-footed strikers was like something you didn't see too often. Probably, you know, Adriano, Christian Vieri, them man back in the day. Robbie Fowler was some of the best, like, left-footed strikers from back in the day, you know. Van Persie in the modern game. Nathan said Lukaku looked like a year 11 versus... I'm telling you, like, way bigger. They couldn't deal with him. Heskey was like that as well. Big Emil Heskey, you know. Bruno, they used to call him, didn't they? I don't know if I mentioned yesterday as well, Laurie's out of hospital now as well, which is good news. Hopefully he'll be back on Talk Is Cheap soon. What we got left? 24 minutes to go. Please don't be a 0-0. Like Broad's bullying peeps. So listen, I said it before and I say it again. With two up front, for me, Broads was like perfect strike partner for me because he went around beating up the centre-backs pretty much. And then it frees me up, you know. It was great. It was brilliant. And he was a good player as well. He could do his thing on the ball. Croatia on the attack. Sits down the defender. Pulled it back. Edge of the area. Modric. Modric! Oh! Saved by Courtois. I thought he was going to lob him then. I have to admit, I'm a big fan of Luka Modric. I know the brother played for Tottenham, but let's be honest, his best was when he went to Madrid, so we can forgive him. Did you know Tom Huddleston's dad is a Dominican? I didn't know that, you know, Tyson. I did not know that. Big him up. Laurie was in hospital for a few weeks, man. He wasn't well. And he was really unwell at one stage, actually. But luckily, he's on the mend now. Big him up. Spoke to Robbie yesterday as well. He's having a great time over there in Qatar. He was saying, you know, how good it is over there. And, you know, how modern it is. So, yeah, man, he's having a great time. Man said, we need your documentary, Big C9. Hey, listen, don't worry, man. Hopefully in the future. I remember him manhandling centre-backs. I'm telling you, I'm not even going to cap. There was probably a time when I would have taken Lukaku at Arsenal. Probably when he was at Everton. Them times there, I was like, this guy's a beast. I remember him. Remember when he signed for Chelsea, what he did to Pablo Mari? Absolutely destroyed him. But it just, yeah, I feel like the Prem's just not for him. Belgium needs Sambi vibes. I don't know if Sambi improves things at all. I can't lie. Can't believe Morocco is leading the group. Fair play to them. Two wins and a draw if they win this game. Let me just turn over. Is it still 2-1? Still 2-1 to Morocco. Morocco, against Canada. That'll be 3 defeats for Canada. I remember when Canada qualified, people were saying, you know, they had high hopes for him. Jonathan David has been very, you know, what I've seen of him, I have not been impressed with him in this tournament. All of that hype around him, I think has definitely gone quiet. Croatia on the ball, 21 minutes to go. Ball goes out for a throw. It's been such a poor game. At Bolton and Everton. Yeah, Bolton was... I think he was on loan at Bolton, right? He was a tank. I think he had the dreads them times there. Sambi walks in this Belgium team. He literally would walk around the pitch. He definitely doesn't improve them. First goal wins. You know when when you was a kid and your mum shouted you for dinner? Game for dinner! And you're like, yo, next goal wins, man. Next goal wins. And I feel like that's what they're doing here. Whoever scores first wins the game. Just end it, man. End the stream. Curtis, you should bring a Sambi shirt for Laurie when he comes back. I'm sure he'd be delighted with that. Oh, was it West Brom? West Brom, not Bolton. Yeah. It's because you said Bolton. It made me think it was Bolton. West Brom. Yeah, because I remember when West Brom beat Man United. I think Gary Neville said he retired after that game. Yeah, West Brom, you're right, people. Canada's tactics are pass to Alonso Davis and inshallah. And he just runs in at pure pace. Canada has only scored 2 goals in the World Cup history. One of them is an own goal. Sad, man. Alphonso Davis missed that penalty as well, didn't he? Which was a chance. Here come Belgium on the ball. 20 minutes to go. Are we going to get a goal? Ball whipped in, collected by the Croatian goalkeeper. It's been a snore fest. Still no... Oh, he's making a change. Doku and Tielemans coming on. Still no Eden Hazard. Thierry Henry's coming on as well. Nah, if only. but he's standing up. Doku is rapid, by the way, and Tielemans. Lukaku was at Wigan. Was he at Wigan? I don't even remember that. I remember him being at West Brom. Sturridge was at Bolton. Jack Wilshere as well. Sturridge was balling them times. Tielemans coming on. Croatia on the attack, ball whipped in. Cleared by Alderweireld. Haroon said, I've only seen Kevin De Bruyne spam crosses. One of my mates who's a Man United fan, right, and he loves Pogba. So when it was always Pogba, De Bruyne, he was like, this guy De Bruyne, man, he's a glorified right winger. He just spams crosses. And he does put a lot of crosses in. I remember when Arsenal played, was it Wolfsburg? I think we played them in the Emirates Cup, I think, at the I don't know what year it was actually, I forget, and I think he was playing right wing in that game. So he was a winger. Did you hear TalkSport, Jamie O'Hara saying England will blitz Senegal, looking forward to facing France? That kind of talk there, you know, you end up looking stupid because England won't batter Senegal, I tell you that. And if they beat them, it will be difficult. But a lot of these pundits and that, man, they disrespect some of these countries and their capabilities, you know. I remember Lukaku scoring a hat-trick against Man U. Yeah, I think that was the game that Gary Neville said he retired after that. He got destroyed. Omri, a baller, but no way a big gamer. I mean, Terry, I have to get that comment off the stream quickly because, I mean, he is a big game player. Let's be real. You know, he scored in Euros and World Cups and big games for Arsenal, but we know the cup final thing is the one sort of blemish against an almost perfect career, really. I think he scored 1 in 9 finals, which, for a GOAT, you know, I have to just take that off the screen. I can't even look at that, Terry. It hurts. It hurts, Terry. I can't lie. When Drogba was scoring, like, didn't Drogba score like 10 in 12 finals or 9 in 11 finals? So, yeah, Drogba was certainly a man for the big occasion. I can't lie. Which is painful. Yeah, Montana, I was stressed. I had to just take it off the screen. I can't look at it. But Terry, it's the reality. People saying it's a 3-minute ban, but we can't hide from the truth. Tammy said red card. What, Canada, Morocco? Is there a red card? Where's the red? No? Is there red, people? I've just turned over. I can't see no red. What's going on? Am I being trolled here? Red suit Shuri. Well, Wasim, does it suit him? Is he quick enough? I think we'll try and get him on a free in the summer. I don't think Arsenal are going to pay no money for him. Oh, Pat, let me tell you something. This game, you know, oh, people saying red for Yuri. I get it. This game has been horrendous to watch. And you know what? I thought this was going to be an exciting game. I thought Belgium, they need to win. They're going to go for it. They've got a few attacking players. Lukaku, De Bruyne, might get Hazard on. And I'm having to watch a game like this. People are saying he deserves, he suits red, not a red card. This game's been so bad. It's absolutely terrible. It's got to be up there as the worst game of the tournament with England, USA. It's been horrendous. I'm hoping we get late drama at least. Web creators, I'm glad I'm not watching the game. Bro, you're lucky you're not watching the game. It's that bad. But we have got 16 minutes to go, plus time added on. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. We need the AFCON ref. Just blow the whistle early. I'm not sure what game I'm doing yet. I'm going to put it on the community page as well after. Here come Croatia in the area. It's blocked. Oh, please, just one goal. Just one. That's all we want. Belgium's golden generation. Not looking very gold. Peter said, Curtis, just joined the stream. Have you recovered from the slander yesterday? That was harsh, but it was acceptable. It was good. It was all good fun. The Eddie and Ketia shouts were painful. The Sonogo one as well, but there were some good ones. You know, Shaw Camp, they call me. Dennis Burkamp. What was the other one? Sean Aldo. There was one more. Sean Ree, they called me. I thought that was a good one. But yeah, the Nketiah ones and that were painful. I got to be honest. But anyway, 15 minutes to go. Belgium on the attack. Here's Yuri Tielemans. Keeps the ball. Maybe he'll score the winner. Curtis Murphy. Dear, ball out wide. Crossing position. Ball whipped in. Headed away. This game has got 0-0 written all over it. Absolutely written all over it. I'll be shocked if we get a goal in this game. I really will. I just can't see it at the moment. Car Park Shaw was good. That was a good one. Yeah. I have to admit, you're very creative in the community, people. A lot more than what we've seen in this game. Belgium. How many have they scored? They've scored one. One goal in this World Cup. And they're heading out, by the way. They're heading out anyway. They will be out of the competition if they don't win this game unless Canada do them a favour. Croatia on the attack here. They've got players forward here. This is dangerous. Up against Alderweireld. He needs to pass. He's took too long. Oh, Vertonghen. Sorry, not Alderweireld. He actually defended really well there. Here's Doku. Counter-attack. 13 minutes to go. Bags of pace he's got. Gives it to Kevin De Bruyne. Lukaku's in the box. De Bruyne whips it in. Oh, flicked away at the back post. Goes out for a corner to Belgium. Thorgan Hazard is on. How has Belgium underperformed for so long? I just don't think they're that good a team. You know, individually they're good, some of them, but not great. Corner to Belgium. Thorgan Hazard to take it. Still got Eden Hazard on the bench, actually. Whips it in. Away swing off. Header. Is that a goal kick or a corner? He gives a goal kick. Anthony Taylor. This gold is more like the gold you buy from AliExpress. It's fake. Yeah, it's that one that turns green, man. You go in the swimming pool, it turns green. That guy with the 10K must be fuming. I think he needed... What did he need? Perisic and De Bruyne, was it? To score from outside the box, he would have won 10 grand. Yeah, I'd put that out of your mind real quick. Be lucky to get one goal of anybody, never mind from outside the area. Goal kick to Croatia. It's been a painful one, this one. I can't lie. It's been a painful game to watch. I'll take a 1-0 just for late excitement. I'd say Croatia have been the better team, but Belgium have probably had the better chances. Here's Luka Modric. Great little turn. Gets the ball out wide. Perisic. Whips it into the back post. Headed away by Belgium. Just can't. We're not even getting decent chances. Do you do bets? Do you know, I'm not encouraging betting to anyone, by the way. I do the odd both teams to score bet. So I'll pick like 4 or 5 games. Not in the World Cup, by the way, because a lot of these games are 0-0. But when like the Premier League is back, I'll pick like 5 games, 6 games, both teams to score. Because if you look through the fixtures nowadays at club level, a lot of times both teams score. But apart from that, yeah, I don't bet. Football's so unpredictable now. It's very hard to bet on. Throw into Croatia. I actually can't wait for this game to finish. Community, again, you've carried me through this. My eyes are heavy right now. Montana said he's lost £500. Oh, the last World Cup. I hope you learnt from it, bro. I'm being like Ivan Toney. Don't be an Ivan Toney, people. Missing attack linked to Liverpool as Julian Ward. Is it Julian Ward? Michael Edwards? Julian Ward. Ain't it Michael Edwards? Unless that's the guy that took over. I could be wrong. Missile attack to Liverpool. Listen, you could see that. They called him Diamond Eye. And he was at Dortmund. He probably worked with Klopp. So, yeah. The inflation is real, man. I'm telling you. You got to look after your money nowadays. If you understand investing, maybe you can make money like that. But, yeah, you got to be real careful. Morocco currently top of the group, 7 points. Croatia second, 5 points. Belgium third, 4 points. And it would be something of an upset, I would say, for Belgium to get knocked out. You would have expected them to get through the group. Crazy said, I'm literally half asleep watching this game. Here we go. Chance for Croatia. Hits the byline. Oh, what kind of pass is that? Awful pass. Just gives it away. He said it's 12:40 midday and I'm ready for bed already. Bruv, I'm telling you, this game's made me tired. Here's Luka Modric. Good ball out wide. 9 minutes to go. Come on, let's get a late winner. Belgium are the Spurs of international football. Golden generation and 1-0. I hear you on that. I definitely hear you on that. Mislintat left. He had fallouts. Apparently his discipline was not very good. Often turned up late to meetings and apparently dressed a bit. They said, didn't they say he dressed like untidily sometimes? They wanted you to turn up in a suit. This guy was just turning up casual, and I think they wanted to go for Raul Sanelli, who was going to try and get us back in with the big agents. We all know how that turned out, you know, brown envelopes. Ian said, my eyes are red. Come on, just give us a late goal. I'll take 1-0. Try and play a 1-2. Courtois collects it. The thing what I can't understand about this game, what is absolutely baffling me, Belgium are playing this game like they've already qualified. They're strolling around. Yeah, just pass sideways. No rush. There's 8 minutes to go. You know, they're acting like they've won the first 2 games like 3-0 and they've already qualified. You're going out of the World Cup, bro. Are you going to have any kind of urgency? Meunier plays it long. Lukaku chases. Is that... Nah, the ref can't give a pass back for that. Flash in the pan generation. Their centre-backs are Toby and Vertonghen, prime Spurs. You're right. They have actually defended well, both teams, to be honest. But great ball down the line. Luka Modric. Croatia don't commit players into the penalty area. Get down the side there. They got one player. Oh, here's a chance. Oh, good tackle again. Croatia couldn't get through there. Belgium definitely underperformed with their quality. I think this will be the end of them in terms of, I think, for people like... I think the manager will get sacked, first of all. I think Martinez will get sacked. And I never want to encourage managers or anybody to lose their job, but I think Belgium need a better manager than Roberto Martinez, man. He hasn't done anything with this team. Give it Thierry Henry till the end of the season, man. Give it Thierry. And they need to find some younger players who are coming through, man, with energy and stuff. They just look tired. They look genuinely tired. Still 2-1 in the Canada-Morocco game. Morocco still winning 2-1. They'll be heading through as group winners. As it stands, Croatia going through second, which would be them against Spain at the moment. Andy said, I forgot that Genus is a Notts boy. I swear he's from near St. Anne's too. Did you know him growing up? I did know him. Like I said, I went to school with his cousin. His cousin was from St. Anne's. I'm from St. Anne's, but Genus is from Clifton. He's from Clifton originally, but he used to come St. Anne's to visit family and that. So, yeah, I knew him. He was all right, to be fair. He was cool. But just as a pundit, man, he's too biased towards Tottenham. I can't listen to him. But, yeah, he was all right. He was all right. Martinez should have got sacked earlier. He got sacked from Everton. I heard Belgian players don't talk to each other, Big C. Manager should be fixing this. You get it a lot, man. You heard a lot of the golden generation of England, that 2002 team. You know, Man United players would sit there, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. They didn't like each other because the rivalry was so big at club level. I'm not sure why the Belgian players don't like each other. I don't know what the problem is because most of them probably play abroad anyway. So, ball's in the air, half a chance. Kevin De Bruyne, oh, it's deflected at the near post, goes out for a corner. Half a chance. Now there is a bit of urgency. De Bruyne running over to take the corner. Yeah, too biased to Spurs, but he is all right. He's all right. Who would have thought Morocco would have been leaders in a group with Belgium and Croatia? Fair play to him. De Bruyne called out his teammates. You're right. Ramkumar saying that they were old. He whips in the corner. Meunier doesn't even expect it. Ends up hitting him rather than him heading it. And Croatia clear. They're going to try and counter-attack here. They've got a chance. Oh, I should have played it earlier. Belgium win the ball back. 5 minutes to go. Yuri Tielemans wins the ball. They're just playing at a walking tempo. No urgency whatsoever. Courtois stole De Bruyne's girlfriend. Yeah, I remember. Was it Was that when they were at Chelsea, or was that when they was with Belgium? I don't know, but yeah, man, it's an interesting one, man. It's the dynamics. If they don't get on, it never helps. You need a dressing room that is together. Here's Doku, keeps the ball, finds Axel Witsel, plays it out wide. Can Belgium get a late winner? Cross to the back post. Oh, great header. Comes out short. Oh, goes wide as Lukaku missed. Or did that come off the Croatian defender? Is it Lukaku again? It could be Lukaku again. I think it just hits him. Oh, it hits him. I mean, it's not going to look good on the highlight reel. He's 6 yards out. To be fair, it hits him on the leg, but it just looks like another bad miss. I think he's going to have to fly straight back to Italy. I don't think they're going to be welcoming in the airport in Belgium, wherever they fly to, I tell you. Eden Hazard comes on, takes the armband straight away off of Kevin De Bruyne. 4 minutes to go. Meunier comes off. They're heading out, man. Lukaku. He's missing everything. That goal Courtois stole was average. Maybe De Bruyne was willing to let her go, you know. Kevin De Bruyne, who's been getting a lot of the blame for what is happening with Belgium. Can he rescue his country? Morocco still lead 2-1. Croatia heading through in second place. And Morocco topping the group. Fair play to Morocco, man. You would have not expected them to have won this group. I think most people would have said Belgium and Croatia as the top two. But 3 minutes to go. How long will be added on for stoppages? There hasn't been too many stoppages, but they have made a lot of substitutes. And we know this World Cup has been the World Cup of time added on. Axel Witsel finds Doku, left-hand side. Surely we get one big chance. Meunier was substituted. Rather than going back to the dugout, he's literally sitting on the floor at the side of the pitch. Not happy. Free kick. Oh, no, he is next to the dugout, but he's sitting on the floor. Free kick, in-swinging cross. Kevin De Bruyne to take it. About over by the touchline. I think he's going to take it quickly. Oh, Anthony Taylor says no, they're not happy with him. He says pull it back and take it again. Anthony Taylor, never the most popular referee in the Premier League, that's for sure. De Bruyne looks stressed, people. I'm telling you, he looks stressed. They haven't announced the time added on yet, have they? I don't think. People saying 8 minutes added on. I don't think they've put it up yet. De Bruyne whips it in. Too much height on it. Goalkeeper collects. And look, the Croatia guys laying on the floor. They're happy. They'll take the draw. They're qualified. They're not chasing. They're not chasing the 3 points. They're not interested. Brandon said Courtois equals Dusan. Man keeping clean sheets on the pitch and dirty off it. It's bad behaviour, man. It's bad behaviour. A minute to go of normal time. How long will we get added on? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Who knows? Here's Perisic for Croatia, who are more than happy by the look of it to just draw this game and qualify. They're not risking it. Good run here by the Croatia left back. He's tackled. And Belgium win the ball back. Hazard, Forgan Hazard. Good pace there by Kovacic to catch him up. Both the Hazard brothers now on the pitch. One on the right, one on the left. Shuri Tielemans. Hey, I'm quicker than him even now. I'll never be that slow. Here's Doku. Gets away with it. Gets into the area. Needs to lay it off. Forgan Hazard on the right hand side. Chips it in. Ah! Oh! Lukaku! He misses from 4 yards out. I'm done. I'm finished. It's over. Oh, no. I can't even look. Oh, what a ball. Hazard, he puts it on a plate. He chests. Lukaku. One of the misses of the tournament. One of the misses of the tournament. He tries to chest it in. He's 3 yards out. I'm in agony watching it, honestly. Lukaku. What a miss. 4 minutes added on. That's the miss of the tournament. I'm telling you, he can't fly back to Belgium. He's got to go straight to Milan and get his head down for Inter, man. That is one of the misses of the tournament. £100 million striker. Goes over the guy's head, chest it in. The goalkeeper's in no man's land. He heads it straight. I mean, he chests it straight to the keeper. Henry must be fuming. Lukaku. I almost feel sorry for him. Oh my days. What can you say? Look, his hands are on his knees. He can't believe. What a ball by Thorgan Hazard. Takes out the defender. I mean, the defender, Lovren, actually misses the header. And I think it puts Lukaku off. But come on, bro. These Belgium fans. Oh, man. I'm telling you, Lukaku might have to turn the comments off on social media tonight, man. I'm telling you. It could be crazy, man. Vance said, hate when people say the guy stole the girl. The girl give away the thing. People just exonerated the woman from all responsibility and infidelity. I hear you, Vance. I hear you. She gave it up, you know. Ball whipped in again. Here's a chance. Oh, cleared off Lukaku's foot there. Great defending. Are we going to get a late goal? Doku hits the byline. His cross is blocked. He falls over. Manages to keep possession. No, he's lost it. Just over 2 minutes to go. There was only 4 minutes added on. Crazy. Man said it's the Timberland boots. Oh, my days. Belgium. They're all over the place. Oh, they sandwiched the Croatia guy there. Wrote him off. Tielemans. Tielemans looks like Prince, you know. Old school Prince. Purple rain. Purple rain. Sandwich there. Carrasco and Tielemans. And it's a free kick to Croatia. Belgium are heading home. 4 minutes added on. Oh, Lukaku was going to tap it in at the back post. What a challenge. Took it off his foot. He would have probably missed anyway, but, you know, it looked as if it was a great opportunity. Minute and a half to go. Free kick to Croatia. I just turned over the Morocco game. Canada on the attack. The Canada goalkeeper is in the penalty area. Let me just switch between quickly. Croatia still have possession, middle of the pitch. The goalkeeper is up for Canada. I'm just switching between games here. Croatia still have possession. It's unbelievable. Purple rain settings, man. I'm telling you, the brother looks like Prince. Canada whipping. The goalkeeper's still in there. Morocco have cleared it. The keeper's volleyed it. He's missed it. Are Morocco going to score? Goalkeeper's out. Oh, Fonzo Davis put the burners on, man. He's too quick. Let's get back to the Belgium game. We're back. Belgium with the long ball for 40 seconds. And Belgium are out of the World Cup. The first major upset. Romelu Lacazette, they're calling him. To be fair, Lacazette didn't miss too many big chances. He just wasn't in the penalty area. He was at left back. Croatia clear the ball. Last chance, 20 seconds to go. 21 seconds, so solid crew settings. Oh, Croatia could be in. He plays it in. I think he's over here. Great tackle out of Irold. 10 seconds to go, people. 10 seconds. And Belgium are out of the World Cup. Anthony Taylor blows the whistle. Belgium are out. Lukaku. Kevin De Bruyne. You ain't Cesc Fabregas. You ain't Luka Modric. You ain't Steven Gerrard. You ain't Patrick Vieira. You don't know what it's like to carry the nation on your back, fella. Belgium go crashing out of the World Cup. The first major upset. They can't believe it. They are knackered. They need 6 months off. I mean, Lukaku, hands on his knees. Thierry Henry tapping him on his back. I actually feel sorry for him. I think he's crying. I'm not joking. I think he's crying. De Bruyne needs to just ring Pep and say, Pep, just sort this mess out, please. Get me straight back to Man City. Is De Bruyne going to have his confidence dashed for the Premier League season? I'm thinking selfishly here from an Arsenal point of view. Belgium's golden generation. Wow, they're a mess. They're an absolute mess. Golden generation, yeah? It's all over the place. Their golden generation looks old and tired, man. Wow. Big shock. Nobody would have expected it. No, honestly, I thought Lukaku, I think he's crying. I swear down. Thierry's got his arms around someone. Who's that? Toby Alderweireld. You got to think with a lot of these guys, it could be the last World Cup for them. And to go out in the groups, and I'm sure they're going to get a rude awakening when they go back to here. But these Belgium fans are fuming. Look at De Bruyne. De Bruyne just wants to be in a Man City shirt, I'm telling you. He don't want nothing to do with that team. Look at Luka Modric. Keeps grinding away, don't he, Modric? Morocco have won. Absolutely brilliant for them. Brilliant. Won the group. 2 wins and a draw. Unbelievable. Olden generation, Martin. I think you're right. De Bruyne. Yeah, it could be De Bruyne's. How old is Kevin De Bruyne? I think he's 30, 31. Kevin De Bruyne is 31 and he turns 32 in June. So by the next World Cup, he's going to be nearly 36. Belgium, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. Only scored 1 and they're out. Terrible. Absolute shambles. 31 years of age, Kevin De Bruyne. Listen, what effect is that going to have on his confidence when he goes back to Man City, man? From a purely selfish point of view, I hope his head's gone because him losing his head could be a massive boost for Arsenal. Lukaku is trending all over social media, by the way. So, you know, as I said, he needs to turn his socials off. You know what? I'm going to end with this. This is Arsenal's new warm-up shirt that is coming out, apparently. Let me know what you think of this. Might be a nice Christmas present for you. This ain't the one I saw this morning. I think it was a different one. What do you think of this? Half and half. They're just freestyling now, aren't they, Arsenal? They got no lyrics, man. They're just going in and just going, make half of it light blue, half dark blue, and just put a pink zigzag down the middle. They'll buy anything. We're top of the league. TM, I hope his head's gone, man. I'm telling you. Head loss for De Bruyne. It does give me the 8-2 vibes, and I've got that shirt as well. So, yeah, I don't need any more of that. But anyway, people, let's get out of here. 860 of you in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. Belgium are out of the World Cup. The first big shock. Lukaku, he couldn't finish his dinner if you spoon-fed him. He would still miss it. I almost feel sorry for him, but he stunk out the place. De Bruyne couldn't carry them. It was one of the worst games of the tournament. But Luka Modric goes marching on, and well done to Morocco for winning the group. Absolutely massive. I'm going to have a think about which game we do later as the main game. Let me know in the comments afterwards if you want. Germany against Costa Rica or Japan against Spain. Thank you very much for tuning in. I have to thank the community. You carried me through an absolutely horrendous game, but we made it. I'll see you all later. Thanks for tuning in. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you all later, people. Bless.